All right, and so far now we've now spoken about or discussed Paawas as at the root, deflection, Dakopi Punyo, the basic drill, right? And break in, break out, also known as Gualuob and Gualabas, to break in or to break outward. Okay? Now, Sabayan, which is one of the most popular aspects of drills out there right now, right? There are several levels to Sabayan, but the most common one is your low line Sabayan or midline Sabayan, right? Someone feeds a thrust to you, right? You're going to, excuse me, you're going to thrust up and hack, follow the punyo, angle 1, clear. Then I thrust back, punyo, right? And we go into this flow looking for opening entries and so on and so forth. Now, I know people do it. I'll get heat for this. I don't really care. This is my reasoning behind this. If someone thrusts an actual blade towards me, like a gun with like a gunting, which has an outward edge to it, not just one single edge, but it's partial double edge, or let's say an actual double-bladed sword, double-edged sword, such as a sandbar, right? I'm not going to do this. I'm going to get cut. I'm not going to attack the weapon, right? When I first started learning Sabayan, I learned it with a knife. And I wondered how to do it with a stick. So the best way to do it with stick or long weapon is to get in deep, right? Right? He thrusts to get in deep, not touch the weapon, right? Stick is one thing, but again, stick generally is supposed to represent what? An edged weapon. And let's face it, unless you do an FMA, most people who have a stick who attack you, they don't usually thrust at you. They're swinging monkey, caveman style, smash and bash on you, right? Most time you're going to get a thrust is from a sharp, pointy object, right? So I'm not going to attack the weapon with my arm, honestly. You have to move, you have to reposition, you have to move. If you notice, I am stepping really in to make that happen. See, I keep doing Paawas by accident, right? Because I don't think Paawas and Sabayan are all that different from each other. So when you thrust with a long weapon, you're supposed to do Paawas to do this. Now he stops the weapon, he fires at angle 2, boom, angle 1, sorry, boom. Now I thrust, he Paawas, right? Then sweeps through. But if we go to our knives, right? You're not going to Paawas like this with a short blade, right? This looks ridiculous, right? It's absolutely stupid, right? Asinine. So what you're doing, now I'm there. Now I have boom, I have my thrust, right? Now I can do my Sabayan motion. Oh, training partner, we have to be careful. We do our Sankiti, which allows us to flow over and fire back. When you're doing Sabayan with Pakal grip, you're not really trying to stab the arm because you might miss. When I thrust, I'm thrusting towards the body. He thrusts, I'm thrusting towards the body. Reverse grip. Now I have a cut. Now you have the cut. Go back to the stick. Right? He thrusts. Yes, I could get him at the same time at a sacrifice. Same thing. He could if I thrust at him, same thing. He could thrust at me and do the same thing. But if I don't want to risk having a double kill here, he thrusts, Now I'm in. Now I could do this, strike with the puño and strike back. There's a Sabayan element still there in your solo baston, solo espada technique. Does that make sense?